Well, hi everyone, Tim Roye back on Warriors.com, and we have a major announcement for you today. With me is, of course, to my right, 2 seats over, is the Executive VP of Basketball Operations, General Manager Larry Riley, and of course co-owner Joe Lacob. And Joe, why don't you do the honors today and tell Warrior fans about this exciting announcement?
Well, we're very excited today to announce that the Warriors are going to be acquiring the Dakota Wizards, which is a D-League team of the NBA. So we're going to have a system here from top to bottom, our coaching staff, our player development, the systems by which we do that, and we think that we're going to have a great opportunity to develop, again, a winning franchise for many years going forward.
Now, Joe, when you were taking over the ball club, you made Warrior fans know that you were going to do what it takes to make this a winning franchise. Is this part of the plan?
It really very much is, and we have a commitment here to developing, and Larry can talk about it, to developing prospects as we go forward. And as you know, we acquired an extra second-round pick yesterday because we want to develop a guy with a lot of potential, big man. We think we can do that over and over again, hopefully over the years. And having a D-League team of our own where we can have our own coaching staff in place, we think can aid us in developing players in a system that is continuous from the time they're in the D-League perhaps to the time that we're at the Warriors.
And Larry, you know, and we've talked many times about the success that you've had and the Warriors have had in finding guys at the D-League level. What will this do for you as a general manager?
Well, we've talked about that, as you mentioned, talking about C.J. Watson, Clint Azubuike, Anthony Tolliver, and Reggie Williams. That speaks to what kind of quality there is in the D-League. Now we own a team. Now we can be hands-on, and we can instruct players in the way that the Warriors are going to play, and there will be carryover from Mark Jackson's system right into this system. So you basically have a minor league feeder system, and that's really helpful to us. We also will have the opportunity to see other D-League players as things continue, but we are very interested in developing talent, developing players who know our system and could step right in and play in a game at the NBA level.
So not only will you be able to send a player down from the 15-man roster if you want, but you could also sign guys you want to take a look at.
That's absolutely right. And with that, we've scouted the D-League effectively. This will give us a chance to even be more dialed in to the players that are in the D-League. And if there's somebody else on another team, we still have the opportunity to get after a player of that nature.
So it just occurred to me now you're a multiple owner now. You'll be owning 2 teams.
I guess that's right. You know, I just think this is, I've always admired baseball's minor league system. And basketball isn't quite to that level, the way it's run today. But we think there will be changes in the future and more of an emphasis on teams to do this. And players are younger as they come into the league every year, so they need a little more tutelage. And I think the Warriors have, as Larry said, had a great history of developing or finding D-League players. And now I think we have total control, if you will, over and the maximization of their potential.
You know, as we go ahead and continue to discuss this, one of the things I wanted to talk about, Joe, is the fact that as an owner and you look at this, now you can go and hire another staff for another team. Is it possible to hire people that you eventually would bring back to the Warriors?
I think that is a possibility. I think that Larry would tell you that we not only plan on developing players, but coaching staff as well. I think that's a very valuable extra added benefit, if you will, of this acquisition.
Of course, the Dakota Wizards, Larry, is the name of the team that the Warriors and Joe Lacob are buying for this development project. And as you mentioned, bringing in an own coaching staff, you know, how important is that for you to be able to call someone that you know and trust and get the kind of reports that will help you make a good evaluation?
It really does help. There's no question that when you have somebody that you're close to, or in our case will be working for us, when I get an opinion from that person, there's nobody with a hidden agenda, and we get the straight answers. That's quite helpful.
And some frequent flyer miles for you, though, I imagine, too, though.
Well, there'll be some of that. There's no question about it. But we'll have several people who will work at the Bismarck franchise, the Dakota Wizards. Kirk has done an outstanding job getting this thing going. And as Joe and I talked early on, Joe and Peter had a vision of maybe doing this. We investigated it. Kirk just went to work on it, researched it from top to bottom, looked at all the angles, the pluses, the minuses, and did a great deal of the work in getting us to the position where this purchase could be made.
Joe, talk about the organization right now, because I know it had to be a little frustrating for you at the beginning of the year to get it right at the start of the season. Now Jerry West is here, Larry's staff is up, Mark Jackson is on board. Coming off a draft, Clay Thompson was there. You went and got a guy in the second round that you wanted to go get, and now the addition of a team in the D League for further development has to make you feel a bit better about things and that you're getting things set up the way you want.
Absolutely. I think for all those Warrior fans out there, you're starting to see the plan come together. It takes a little bit of time to do all this. As Larry said, this was a lot of research on the D-League prospects, on the D-League development, which teams would be available, how would it work for us. And the same thing with coaching staff and with everybody else you're mentioning. This takes a while to do, but in, I think, 7 months now, from the time we purchased the team, Peter and I, we really feel we've made a tremendous amount of progress, and we're setting ourselves up for the future here. We want to be a winning organization, and we want to win consistently going forward. In order to do that, we have to do a lot of things right, not just a few things, a lot of things right. And the first step is to bring in great people, and we have brought in great people in this organization from top to bottom on the basketball side. I also want to compliment Larry. A tremendous job of, we've changed the medical staff, we're changing the training and strength and conditioning. We're going right through everything and making it top-notch in every respect. And so I think you're going to see over the years this play out, that we'll be a successful franchise because of a lot of the moves were made in the first 7 months.
You know, one guy we haven't mentioned, we should mention, because Peter Guber can help in this regard, because he's been running minor league baseball franchises for years.
He has, and actually was a great help in this process. He knows what not to do. He's made some mistakes too, as he'll tell you, and I think he will be tremendously helpful in the sense that this is a minor league franchise, and his has been mainly in minor league baseball, as you know. I think he owns a number of teams, and very successfully at that. So I think that this is just part of this whole program to continue to develop talent and to make us a better team.
Well, congratulations on the purchase of the Dakota Wizards, and best of luck. It should be a very interesting summer.
We're very excited, and I want to thank all the Warrior fans, and just stay tuned.